Alright. Sorry about that. So, everybody watching and just tuning in from Twitter, or if you got the little pop up from Twitch, welcome to episode 12 of Milsim Real Talk. We are joined tonight by Kaibo Gaming, who is just announced the other day that he's starting up another infantry tournament. Now, this kind of stuff's not foreign to the Milsim community. It's been done before. But this is actually the first one in about, I want to say, a good 6 months at least. Um, so, like all our streams, kick back, relax, and join the meme around. Fucking, yes, I need to work on my intros. But any Hoosers, Kaibo, are you there?
Yes, hello. Thank you for having me.
Alright, well, go ahead and introduce yourself for the folks.
I am Kaibo Gaming. Some of you may know me from running SBS and being in other teams. I'm currently in 16A. The tournament, however, is not affiliated with 16A. This is an independent thing that I'm doing for a thing that I own called Gamescast. But I wanted to create this tournament for Milsim because it's not really that much of big events that go on with Milsim now. It's maybe a war here or a raid here, but it's not a big thing that gets the whole community involved, which I'm trying to get to happen again.
Son of a bitch, I was talking muted. When this, like, what brought on this kind of stuff? Like, there will be people that argue if most of them was to do like tournaments for like cash prizes and all that kind of shit, it would lose its true focus on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, with this tournament also there is no cash prize because obviously there's no entry fee. Maybe later on the line, if these tournaments get more popular, with us, with teams going into Battlefield 5, whenever that happens, maybe I'll be able to bring out a way that I can pay for a server for like a month or something down the line. To allow teams to have a way of earning something that it works for the team, not individuals that are entering their team into the tournament. But this tournament is, as I said, it's bragging rights pretty much. It's you join, show how good your team is, and I just want to get teams involved. Doesn't matter whatever your allies are, whoever your enemies are. There is no bias going on in this tournament. You can join and you'll be selected at random into a group, because that's the way the tournament's going to work. Okay, so there's the group stage and the final stage. The group stage, which is groups of 4, teams will be put in select randomly, which I will be streaming once I get at least 8 teams, that'll be streamed live. The randomization of teams get put into groups, which will be based off 2 things, which I'll get into later on. And from there, you'll go on to set dates for when your games are, and those will be live streamed as well on my channel.
Alright, how many, like, so, give us a, fuck, I'm pretty sure I just missed the whole thing, but how do you have this, is there, like, a bracket system, or what?
Yes, there is a, hold on, let me pull it up on my laptop. There is 2 stages to this that happens. There's the group stage, as I said, I mentioned, and the final stage. The group stage is, as I said, you're placed into a group of 4 teams, so that's you and 3 other teams, and you will play each team in your group once. If you win, you're given 3 points. If you lose, no points. If there's a tie, whenever that happens, Milsim, I don't know when that's ever happened, each team will be allocated 1 point. From there, the top 2 teams in each group that have the most points will then move on to the final stage, which is a normal knockout move on type stage. You play your game, you win, you move on. You lose your game, you're knocked out, unfortunately. And it'll go from there until there's 2 teams left, and whoever wins is the winner of the tournament.
Is there like rounds per battle, or like, say, like bracket 1 has team A and team B? Would it have to be like a best 2 out of 3 in order to advance, or it's just like one battle and move on?
You mean in the final stage? Or the group stage?
All stages in general.
In the group stage is only you'll play each. So you have 3 matches in the group stage, which is once again one against each team. If as I said, if it comes to a tie in the group stages, there is. If it comes to the end of the group stage, and say team 2 and 3 have a tied amount of points, because number 1 should, the way it's worked out, should not have any ties or any mishaps with the other groups in their, or the other teams in their group. So if say not team 2 and team 3 were to tie at the end of the stage, then yes, we would do another get right game to see who wins. Whoever wins will be that second team that moves on to the knockout stages.
All right. So far, how many teams have signed up to take part in this?
At the moment, hold on. Pull it up. My laptop's been quite weird. At the moment, we have 7 teams. One of them not being quite sure. We have 3RB, 4MD, MJK, 1SSU, 6 Martin, 66 ID. JSFG is in the Discord, which is where I've got all the teams sorted. But they're not. I don't know if they're definitely doing it, but they were interested. I do have other teams like 23rd, which is the Farmos team. He said he's interested and to chase him up to see if he does want to join. And there's a few other teams that I believe that are allies with teams that have already entered that may be joining, so I need to chase them up as well. We were talking about that yesterday.
Is there a set date of yeah, just answer that. Is there a set date of when this whole tournament will begin? And will it all pan out? Will it all pan out in one day, or will it be stretched throughout?
It will be stretched
say
over
entire
multiple
week.
days. It'll be stretched out because the way I'm planning is every game will be streamed, hopefully, which is my plan. So everybody can see it and be updated live as it goes on. In the case, the only way I see the games might not be streaming are the teams that play on GMT base. Which brings me to this topic is, when we do the randomization of groups picking, there's 2 ways it'll be sorted. There'll be teams that like all assets and on time zone. One of the rules in this tournament, which I need to clarify, is if a team who is an infantry only team gets matched up against a team who has all assets, if that infantry team does say they want it infantry only and they can't do assets, the other team that is an all asset team must adhere to that rule. So the game must be played as an infantry only game. Sorry. Yeah. Am I missing anything now?
Alright, I'm just reading the chat. The chat's pretty funny. Squid signed the RSP petition. I actually already did sit mine in to whoever the fuck started this whole thing. Fuck. Well, I'm out of fucking beer right now, and that's a tragedy.
Panda, I'm going to address the thing that you said about the teams, the 2.
Well, here, if you want to go ahead and do that, go ahead and address what Panda said. I'm going to run to the mini fridge and grab a beer.
Okay. So, Panda, what I was saying, which I have to actually update in the document because I keep forgetting to put that in. The document, by the way, does get updated daily or every 2 days, with new things coming in and more teams coming in. It means more rules have to be put in place, with certain additions to teams who are different compared to another team. The thing with 32 teams is I am hopefully going to be putting it in place tonight or tomorrow, that is. Say if a team comes in with 10 players, because you need 10 players to play. There's 2 ways that can work out. Is A, the other team must adhere to at least have no more than no more players. You will need to be even on both sides, which means unfortunately some members of the other team will need to be pushed out so it can be played evenly. The other way it can go is, as I've said, stated both in the registration documents and the tournament documents of structures and rules, is that if a team does not have enough players and they want more players, if say they have 10 but they want to have 20 fit, they can join up with another team and join as a joint team, like a joint team. What am I saying? Yeah, joint team. Under one name. That will need to be disclosed to me beforehand so it can be updated and stuff can be set out. If there's any other questions, also with time bases, as I said, teams that play in GMT will play on GMT. Teams that are American will, when I say play on Eastern Time, it's for me, games will be laid out as Eastern and publicised as an Eastern Time. But it can be played, if teams are both Central or Western, then they can play 2 Central Time, but publicly it'll be stated as an Eastern Time. So say you're playing 5 Central, it'll be stated you're playing 6 Eastern publicly.
Alright. Now at this, let's say a Central Standard Time team and a GMT team, will that battle have to take place during the night? Or what?
With
like either or, it's gonna be.
If that
it's
happens,
gonna probably be taken during the night.
that will have to be sorted at time between 2 teams, which works best. But as I said, when it comes to the first round, which is the group stages, there will be no American teams against British or British/European teams, unless those teams have to be matched together. Unfortunately, which it will happen at times, probably. Try and limit it to one maybe. The time that's going to clash in the group stages, as I said, teams should be split up. American teams and European teams that will work off GMT time. With the knockout stages, the first 2 rounds should be the first round or first 2 rounds, depending how many teams come in. That should still be fine. It should be GMT teams versus GMT and American versus American. When it comes down to the finals, that's when in the last 2 rounds, which is semi and finals, that's where the issues may arise of GMT versus American. When it comes to that, we will work it out. Hopefully it doesn't come to happen out, but yeah.
Now, is there any other British team, or is there a British team that has enrolled in this tournament?
I can't remember what team it is, but there is a team definitely in it. I know that for certain, but I can't remember exactly what one it is. As I said, Stefano's team might be joining as well, which means we'll have definitely 2. If Panda's team does want to join, I'm hoping you do want to join, because it works for us, and I'm more than happy to have you join. Puts the numbers up as well. It means we would have at least 3 GMT or British teams coming in to work. Yeah, MGK is base, so that would be. Say if I had Panda, this is what I'm saying. Please, would you join? Because it means we would have at least 3. We would have a group. I could work with a group of 3, and it would mean that you could go up against GMT-based teams.
Is MGK already enrolled?
Yes, MVK is, and we do have representatives for the team in the Discord. 3 representatives in the Discord for them.
Alright. What all American units are already enrolled in the tournament?
American units are. Let me pull it up again. I believe that's 3RB, 4MD, 1 SSU, 6MR, and 66 ID. So far. And there should be more. I think there's a team called the 10th, maybe? I don't know if they. I think they actually joined as a joint team. Really, there was one of my admins who were dealing with that unit, so I haven't been informed of that properly yet. They were going to update me today, tomorrow morning, on that topic.
Alright, if this works out the first time, can you see yourself doing this again, and with this time being a prize involved?
If I'm able to get a prize, which would be a server renewal or whatever, something that works for the units, yes, I would. If I'm able to, then yes. If that means there could be a entry fee, which means say teams would say pay $2 or £2 depending what fingers. If that allows up to pay for one server, then sure. If there was to be any excess after I paid for the server, it would just go to charity. I wouldn't keep any of it.
Alright. Now it's the time where we return to the chat. That's some gay shit you saying there, Panda. Panda gonna catch hands, I'll tell you that. Fuck.
Yeah, but Panda, if you could get back to me about JSFG joining. No, not charity Kaibo, but going to a local charity or a national charity, which I would publicise as well. But yeah, Panda, if you could update me if you want to be involved or not, because it would help the tournament out a lot. Plus it gives your teams definite games to come play.
Alright, is there anything else you want to say to the viewers?
Unless they have any questions. I'm good.
Panda doesn't got hands.
He keeps saying invite him to the party.
Alright, that's about all the questions. I know this is a quick stream today, but next weekend we'll be looking into doing another stream this next weekend. If anyone's interested in joining, being a guest on next week's stream, shoot me a DM and we'll go from there. And with that,